Well, hello, people. Welcome to Mundo Madness Monday. How is everybody doing? Yes, I did go ahead and start the show a little bit earlier. I thought I was going to go ahead and start the show at 9:45, but we'll get to that in just a moment, people. In three, two,
In
one.
here, we pour whiskey.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Welcome to Mundo Madness Monday. How's everybody doing tonight? Monday night, Monday Madness, people. It is a freaking Monday. Look, of course, I've got R2 back here in the back. I'm going to have to get him here in a minute because he's my co pilot. He is my co pilot, man. Right. R2, you excited? Oh, yeah. R2 is excited for tonight. Well, we're going to be talking about Saber upgrades and a few other things tonight as well, guys. Um, Ladies and gents, Cinzy, what up, my man? What up, bro? Hello there. So, again, let's get into it, and I want to hear from you guys and what you guys have got planning going on, any with new sabers, maybe well, we can get into old sabers making new sabers out of old sabers, let's put it that way, okay? So, and that's for tonight's discussion. You have an old saber laying around, maybe, with some old boards, like Crystal Focus 4, 3, or even like like I have, the Prism 5.1. And you guys are, starting to get to the point where, like, hey, wait a minute, I gotta go ahead and upgrade this damn thing. So you gotta rewire your saber, right? Rewire your saber and get to making the saber updated. Maybe you go in from a of course, maybe you, like I said, you have the Prism 5.1 and you're upgrading to the Crystal Focus 10, the CFX, or the newer boards, or maybe let's say you have a Verso and you get in the new Verso board, and so you're always updating your boards, or you're updating and upgrading your sabers, right? Maybe it might be a little sticker, maybe a little paint job. It just depends. It doesn't matter what kind of things that you guys are doing to upgrade your sabers. It's just turning something a little bit old into something new because you're putting, like I said, a new paint job, maybe a new part. Maybe let's say you have a cover tech wheel on there, and you decide to take the cover tech off wheel and you wrap it with leather. So you upgrade your saber to a different way of hanging, or you even uh your accessories as well. You upgrade the accessories. Let's say you have a holster for your saber, right? Um, or even you have a hook ring so that you can put your saber on the hook ring, and that's just an upgrade to your saber in itself right there. So if you have the cover tech wheel, you take the cover tech wheel off and you put the ring on there, the D ring or whatever, so you will. So you change it just that little bit, right? You change that little bit. Cheers, guys. I'm just drinking Pepsi Zero tonight, man. Like I said, Mundo's got a take it easy on the sauce for a little while. But I am going to show you all something a little interesting that the wife acquired for me, and I'm so I love my wife so much, man, because she buys me some of the coolest shit, right? And so let me gotta tell you. She bought me the Stormtrooper decanter whiskey decanter set, right? So here's the bottle right here. And man, I love the hell out of this damn thing, but it's like super light, right? It's glass, it's glass, and but it is super light, man. But geez, I mean the detail on it with the stormtrooper helmet is like phenomenal, right? I love the hell out of this damn thing. And of course you got the glasses to go with it too, right? Yeah, it's kind of hard to see with the lights, right here, kind of glaring in there. But I sincerely apologize for the glare. But so if you can see, not much. I mean, the glasses are kind of cool, man. Really good detail on the helmet here, as far as glass wise. So not too bad. And then it also comes with the you know ice cubes here that are not real ice cubes, but of course you put them in the freezer and all that stuff so that it doesn't take away from the taste of the whiskey and stuff like that. So like I said, my wife just, man, she buys me some of the coolest shit for Star Wars. Recently just got a new coffee cup as well too, man. So I just wanted to show you guys that, even though, and of course, I hope everybody had a great Mother's Day, with the wives, moms, and everybody, that deserves, for a Mother's Day. All the ladies out there, I hope you all had a great Mother's Day. So let's go ahead and get into, like I said, the discussion with upgrading your Saber. So whether it be, the board, whether it be a part, whether it be maybe even some better wires, maybe even, the new paint job. Uh, there's all kinds of ways to upgrade your Saber and even update the Saber itself. Um, so, like for me, again, upgrading my Saber right now, my upgrade myself is getting, a new speaker into there, getting, and of course, I've got a few little stickers up here, to help kind of upgrade the Saber just a little bit. And just a moment, guys. So going back and for those of you who don't know, and I did the memory saver, so this is the battery holder, right? And of course, the speaker holder and battery holder for the 26650 battery. So I want to get ahead, and I went ahead and took my Saber apart. Um, Also because of the pins, I'm not sure what was going on. Something was going on, so I need to go ahead and find out what's really going on with it because the blade wasn't working. So I need to go back to it and either upgrade by putting some new wires into it. Maybe, of course, I'm getting the new speaker in tomorrow, so I'll be able to wire up the new speaker tomorrow, and that will end up getting an upgrade there because uh, I plan on doing some serious upgrades to some other sabers. As a matter of fact, okay, up here, right here, right, the Evo Flex that I have, it ain't working with a crap. So I mean, it'll work for a little bit, and then it dies like super quickly. So something's wrong either with the batteries or the board itself. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to upgrade that thing, and I'm going to upgrade that thing with the CFX eventually. And I'm thinking of going to Smugglers or find somebody who'll go ahead and do a chassis for that thing and you know upgrade the chassis on that son bitch right there and get it working because I love the hell out of that hilt. The Evil Flex hilts are fantastic. It's just and don't get me wrong, the Electrum Sabers guys, I mean, they're cool because they got great customer service, but their boards are just not. I don't know, man. They're just not living up to. my expectations, no matter how hard I tried to get it fixed up. BK, what's up, dude? My man's in the house. Yeah, woo! Hey, and guys, we're gonna end up having BK eventually on the show, man. I was talking to him, and I'm gonna get time hashed out so that way we can have him on here and have a good time, talk about Saber fonts and different things, just kind of hang and chill, dude. Yeah, it is gonna be a good time with BK on here, man. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I am super stoked. Super stoked. So and BK, so what we're talking, like I said, and tonight we're talking about Saber upgrades, man. And along the way, get that tequila ready. Oh, I know it, man. I know it. But for right now, I've got a huge bottle, dude, but I gotta wait until after June 2nd. So yeah, man, it'll be good. It'll be a good time, dude. We'll have a great time. Great time. So I don't know. You just showed up now, right? Right. So I was kind of showing there a few people on here, man. Is that my wife got the decanter set, dude? So it's a Stormtrooper whiskey decanter set, and she buys me the coolest shit. Like I was saying, man, for Star Wars, right? She doesn't like Star Wars herself, but she loves to buy my Star Wars shit for me. So, love the hell out of this lady. So that was the whiskey bottle there, and of course here's the cups, right? The glasses. The glasses look pretty cool too, man. I mean, they did a pretty good job um, etching out the helmets, man, in these glasses. I mean, they're not very big and they're not very thick. Um, but they'll do, man. They'll do. They'll really do. So you get, in the box set, you get two glasses, right? You get two glasses. You get the whiskey bottle, and then you get the ice cubes, along, with the ice cube tray and the little tongs that go in there, man. Not bad, not bad. Nah, not that fancy, bro. Not that fancy. I think she found it. I think she found it on where did she find it? Oh my God, I think she probably found it on the internet or something, man. Probably Amazon. She probably found it on Amazon, right? Felicia, mugs for the freezer, right? Yes, ma'am. I need same. So yeah, guys. So eventually, Mundo's gonna fill this damn thing up, and I'll be pouring some stuff from here, man, for the show. Eventually, right? uh, and then of course, back right there, man. I got a chopsticks and noodle bowl, man. So yeah, getting some upgrades right there, right? For the backdrop, for the background. uh so BK, love the new songs coming out, man, dude. They're kind of rocking, dude. They're rocking, man. I'm loving it. I was listening to a couple of your Vader fonts and a couple of other stuff that you got on there, dude. I was like, cool, man. I was like, yeah, it was doing good. It was like interesting to hear, and especially when you had the different orientations of the blade, right? You had it down, then you had it up, then you had a little side, at a slant and so forth. And then you could hear all the different ignitions and stuff like that. Very faintly, because I mean, I can't hear very well, but like that. But I mean, I could tell just the different orientation of the blade. There's just a slight variation in the ignitions and retractions. So, yeah, man, pretty cool stuff, dude. Pretty cool, man. Um, so Felicia, how's everything going, Mama? Everything going good tonight? Titan! No, you're not late, bro. You're not late. I actually started the show kind of early, man. I was gonna start the show at 9:45, and I actually started it a little bit early because I got home just slightly early, and all kinds of stuff, man. So no, no, you're not even late, bro. No, no worries, dude. No worries. Thank you guys for all coming and hanging out because it's a lot of fun, right? A lot of fun for Mundo Madness Monday. Um, so yeah, dude. Look, I mean, what? Yeah, they're all here, man. Uh, Absolutely. Oh, I'm not gonna use you for parts. Stop. See. Oh, okay. See, R2's afraid that I'm gonna use him for parts for upgrades. So I told him, don't worry about it. It's cool. It's cool. He's safe. He's safe. He's my co-pilot. I can't do anything with him. I can't use him for parts. Just working per usual. Love Mundo Mondays. Thank you, Felicia. Love you too, girl. Yeah, love everybody, man. Cheers, guys. Says, why is your glass empty? Ah, man, because I got this one right now. And I just opened that decanter set today. That's why. And I wanted to check it out, but I just opened it right before I came on the show, and I wanted to show it off before I put something in it. So I mean, it's spick and span, spick and spiffy looking right now. But yeah, it's gonna get a little dirty once I get some of that whiskey going on in here, and not to mention, I'm gonna get some of that Texas whiskey coming. Of course, I'm here in Texas, so uh, there's a good amount of good Texas whiskey around here. And strong shit too, man. Whew. But I need some of that white lightning, man. I need some of that white lightning coming down this way. I have to hit up some friends of mine to see if they can send me a couple of bottles of shine, right? Oh man. So yeah, so Titan, what we're talking about, like tonight, we're gonna do some Saber upgrades. Like, what do you have in the works? If you got some in the works, if somebody has some old Sabers and they're going to go ahead, let's say you have Sabers with no sound, right? And you decide you want to go ahead and gut it out and put a soundboard in it, make it, let's say it wasn't NeoPixel, so you want to go ahead and upgrade it to NeoPixel. Yeah, so that's tonight's discussion. And for those of who are going to join a little bit later, or even going to watch this a little bit later, maybe you have an old Saber in the closet, or maybe you have an old Saber on the shelf that you're thinking about putting a new board in, maybe a new part, maybe some different wires, wiring it up a little differently. Upgrading your Saber, I think, is one way to keep your Sabers more or less alive. You got your shelf queens, right? You have your shelf queens. Then you have your con sabers, and then of course you have your full on smack them down sabers, dueling sabers, and then you have I guess like an in between saber, right? I mean, you have your twirler sabers, you have your battle sabers, you've got your shelf queens, and then you got your con sabers. So do you guys end up having the varied type of sabers as well? Um, More or less, like you take your certain ones to cons, you got your shelf queens, and then you have your battle ones where you can go and duel with, and so forth. Because as R2 says, why is your glass empty? Yeah. Oh, R2's like, yeah, R2 has to get onto me every time, every now and then, right? Because he's my co-pilot, and sometimes I forget things. So I mean, hey, Mundo's Mundo, man. Mundo's world is crazy. That's why I got to do Mundo Mondays, man, so that I can bring y'all along for the ride. Give a little smile, give a little laugh, and we'll have a lot of fun. Right, guys? Cheers. So, yeah, like I said, guys, the drinking's gonna have to wait for a couple of weeks now. So, uh, once that's over with, checking the heart and all that good stuff. Space! What up? Mundo 2024. Oh man, I probably could do just the same as those guys, right? They're not doing any better than anybody else, so who's to say I can't do anything? Well, right? I probably screw up just as bad as they are. Don't do it with anyone. All my sabers are pretty much show blades for con or showcase. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, see, yeah, like I said, BK, that's it. Haircut let's get you on a poster. Oh, space, dude, that'd be funny. Me on a poster? People probably shooting spitwads at it, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I finally had money for a haircut, dude. So I got the whole kit and caboodle here, right? Hidden kit and caboodle. Just get her done. Get her done. A trading card, Felicia? Mundo's trading card. Oh my god. People be trading that thing all over the place, right? Here, take a shot. Nope, you got Mundo card. Take a shot. You got Mundo card. Take a shot. Right, space. I hope that's what I was just saying earlier. I hope all moms and had a great Mother's Day, and I hope your family, your sisters and your mom had a great Mother's Day too as well. Space Titan and everybody, like I said, I hope y'all's Mother's Day was great. So hail space. That's right, BK. Hail space. Yeah, and back to the discussion of having upgrading sabers, right? Um, what kind of upgrades would you guys put into your sabers in terms of, let's say BK, you have a con you're going to, and you want to take a certain saber there. What kind of upgrade would you actually put on your sabers? I know what I would. I mean, if my sabers are doing awesome and all that, my saber upgrade would be spaces, quad star or even now the pentastar. Yee, pentastar. So that way I'd be the brightest motherfucker in the whole place, right? That would be my upgrade, guys. That would be my upgrade. There's gonna be a Mundo poster. Shut up and take my money. Oh, Cinzy, dude. Dude, you guys, man. Oh man. I'm loving it. You guys are funny, shoot. Oh, so cool, man. That is awesome. That is awesome, man. I am deeply honored, guys. I am deeply honored. Really. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, that's right, Cinzy. I mean, in the comic book, dude, I love it, man. It's such an honor, for Space and Kevin to put me in their comic book at Albatross Junction, man. I love it. I love it. So I can't wait for the third edition to come out. So, I really can't. I just put a smuggler's outpost into my FX Graphics with the CFX. Sounds amazing. C Space. I'm gonna order a speaker from Smugglers pretty soon. I ordered some off the internet. Actually, I ordered some um off from Amazon, but I want to get one from Smugglers, and I want to compare the two, myself and see what, I'm sure Smugglers is going to beat the shit out of them. But for right now, I'm gonna see what's going on with the Saber because I'm gonna have to rewire things and find out what's going on. Why it's still not the blade's still not working and so forth. And of course, I've got that other the Pixel V3 set that I'm trying to see if it'll work with that with the memory saber. So I'll have to redo all that good stuff. Have space. I'm excited to read it. Oh, Shinzi, dude, you will not be disappointed, man. You will not be disappointed. Yee. And so, man, space. I need to get I need to order the next set of I don't is there a 10 card set for part 3, or is there how many trading cards are there going to be for the second half for part 3 coming out? Because I know I got with book 1 and 2, I end up getting all 10 of the trading cards. So I can't wait to get some more trading cards and set them with the rest of them, man. Just I think it was last week, I was doing the trading cards. So I think that was a great show that everybody was watching with the trading cards and stuff. No, there's 4 new trading cards. Oh, dude, sweet, sweet. Yeah, dude. All right. 4 new trading cards. Can't wait, dude. I gotta check them out. That's gonna be cool, man. So cool. So one of the things that I think that where most upgrades come is a lot of people have the older card, the older soundboards. Um, again, um, like the Prism 5.1, right? I took all the stuff off this Prism because it wasn't working anymore. So, using it for parts and stuff. But I want to go ahead and just kind of get familiar with certain things on boards like this and stuff like that. But, for old boards like this, and, sometimes you can repurpose things and then other times, but most people's upgrades are going to be soundboards, like the latest and greatest, right? The latest and greatest boards is what people usually look for, or even the latest greatest what do you call it? Software update, right? So software update is also the upgrade. So the upgrading comes in many forms. Yeah, I love that when you read them back to them. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, Space. It was cool because I really enjoyed reading the backs of those, and so that people can hear and they get kind of sense of who the characters are a little bit. For those who are going to order the books and then who've already have them, but maybe they didn't have some of the cards or whatever have you will, right? So they got to see some of the cards maybe that they don't have, and they're going to order those later on and so forth. But yeah, yeah. I mean, it was like I said, it was a lot of fun, and I hope a lot of people. I hope people enjoyed watching that and stuff too, because it was fun for me to do. I really enjoyed it, and I can't believe I went an hour and a half just rambling like I am now. But I have some really cool friends hanging out with me tonight, and so be sure that all of you guys, for anybody out there who's going to watch this later, like and subscribe to all these guys. BK Sabers and of course Titan and Cinzy, watch their channels on YouTube because man, they got some cool shit. So like and subscribe to these guys and gals. Um, they do such an excellent job at stuff. And of course, Cinzy, man, I still have your chassis on some of those things, man, are just blew me away, dude. Um, man, I was just like, wow, that's crazy, dude. And yeah, and for those of you who don't know, since he sent me some of the saber holders that I have up, the 3 saber holders that I have up here are from him, and he did a phenomenal job, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. So uh, that I will be forever thankful for him for doing those because that really means a lot to me too. That having those done like that was just awesomely awesome to have yeah yeah my father's memory saber up here is sitting on one of Cincy's saber holders. So yeah, dude. Oh, anytime, man. Anytime, Cincy. Dude, you deserve it, bro. You deserve it. Just like Space, man. He deserves a lot of praise for everything he does. I mean, for Civilized Sabers, he, his baby, Civilized Sabers, and makes the brightest blades on the planet, man. I don't know anybody else who could do five strips of LEDs into a blade, dude. The Pentastar. Jeez, the Pentastar light up a whole neighborhood over here in my town. Felicia, there's so many upgrades and customizations that you can make. It's hard to decide what I would modify, play with the exterior through. Yeah, that's see, that's the thing, Felicia. There are so many things that you can do to upgrade your Saber. So many things that you can do, and you would have to decide what you want to do first, what you want to go through later on, what looks good, what doesn't look good, what you're feeling at the time. So there's all kinds of avenues to go through, right? Again, let's say you want a different body of the saber, a different piece. So you have a rib section here, and you decide that man, I don't want the rib section anymore. So you go with the straight, no rib section of body, and there you go. So you upgraded, your saber because you have changed the design totally from what you had to what it is now. So any upgrades can come in many forms, no matter what you do, whether it be the speaker, like I said, and I keep repeating myself, guys, um, because you know there's so many avenues, like Felicia was saying, there's so many customizations that you can do, and there's a reason why they call it customization because you make it what you want it. Nobody else. I mean, yeah, you could tell somebody else to do it for you, whatever, but it's your idea. It's how you want it. It's the way you want it. And that is the bottom line of it, right? The customization comes from your ideas, from your head, from um, your style, right? It is a part of you, and that is what what you can do to customize or even upgrade your sabers. Uh, the customization though is I find it fascinating because some of the new sabers that I've seen coming out and some of the same different types and so forth. The designs of different sabers. Let's take the Mamba for instance. The blue Mamba, the black Mamba, green Mamba from TCSS. It's like, oh my God, the customization is so endless on those things, and but the amount of parts it takes to make the Mamba. Oh, geez, right? I'd wear my sunglasses at night when using a pencil star. I would too, Titan. I would too. I'd probably end up going blind, man. Turn that thing on. They're like, ooh, right? I need to get a Pentastar and take it to the ranch. Ooh, I'd be uh I'd be having some fun like that, man. I could see, when it's like totally dark at the ranch and then turn that Pentastar on. You could probably see that thing probably for miles, miles down this Sendero and shit like that. People think I'm having a bonfire right there. Turning on that Pentastar, people probably think I've got a bonfire going. Oh, my cousins would freak out, man. Scare them wolves away. Oh yeah, well the coyotes, man. Ain't no wolves around my area, all coyotes. But hey, I would use I wouldn't scare the coyotes away with it. I'd be hunting the coyotes with it. Shoot. Oh, yeah, it probably scare the deer and stuff away like that too. But yeah, we used the Pentastar, the lighthouse to direct boat traffic to shore. BK, that's probably best application for it, right? I know. Hey, Space. I'm probably making fun of Gabe, and I apologize, Gabe, if you watch this. I'm just making fun, dude. It's just, just shits and giggles, dog. But uh, Gabe's probably using the Pentastar, right, for work purposes. Getting them, getting them bad guys. He's after them bad guys with that Pentastar. Too funny. So love you, Gabe. Though love you, man. No, it's all cool, man. It's all good. Let's see. I have about 15 hills that need upgrading. Dude, see? There you go, Titan. Yeah, so which one do you plan on doing first, Titan? Like does it need like a board upgrade? Does it need like um a speaker upgrade? What kind of upgrades does it need? So that's what I want to hear. I want to hear what kind of upgrades you plan on doing to the Sabers, dude. Because I know that some of the Sabers, like well, Megtooth had sent me some what do you call it? Some 5.1s, right? And I want to go ahead and utilize those. Uh, I'm gonna give those kind of sabers to my daughters because they'll probably go at each other, beat the shit out of each other. I think it'd be pretty funny to see them go at it, right? Um, with the Prism 5.1s. But at the same time, I can use the Prism 5.1s for different, for the bullshit uh dueling kind of hilts and stuff. If they're not using them, these will be like the hilts that I can actually kind of do small skits and scenes with and so forth for the show and all that stuff. So it'd be kind of fun to do something like that one of these days. And it'll be an upgrade to the show. It'll be a Saber upgrade to the show, right? Rudy, what up, my man? Digging the haircut. Ah, thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I'll have the door here open here little bit later on, man. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Rudy. And so, any upgrades personally, I would love to have my let's see, I want a subvergence done. It needs everything installed, etching, AB weathering. Ah, dude. Titan, that's awesome, man. But everything on it, yeah. There you go. I've seen some really great etching sabers, and especially, KR sabers coming out with the etching. Oh my God. Is etching is coming out pretty popular now, right? I've seen some really damn good looking hilts come out with the etching. And the designs are sublime, man. It really brings out the character in Sabers, I think. And so that is a really great upgrade, dude. I mean, that is really great. Um, awesome upgrade to any hilt, man, for etching and all of that stuff. I also recently purchased some boxes uh, from the Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to do some Arabish lettering and stuff, and put one on some of the boxes and stuff, and that's gonna be kind of cool. So that'll be kind of like not necessarily an upgrade to the Saber, but for the Saber, because when I get done with the boxes and so forth, I think they'll look pretty great. To have the boxes and showcase the sabers with the boxes at times. Marina, what up, Marina? Thank you for stopping by, Mama. Yep, thank you for coming by. Um, so as and Cincy, how many how many sabers have you actually upgraded lately, Cincy? Or have you upgraded any lately? Like, have you changed out your boards? Have you changed out your speakers? Maybe done some different wiring? You know, made some I know your chassis are a great upgrade, man, from what I've seen. I mean, just some of those chassis and I think coming from what used to be old school way of doing chassis to the 3D printed chassis is a great great upgrade to Sabers, right? The upgrade to more or less your plastic or plastic, and so for 3D printed chassis, like this one that I got from TCSS, right? So I just started, wiring it up a little bit, put some um, piping in there as well, right? So I got this chassis right here, kind of working a little bit, getting it going. I'm not sure which. I think I'm gonna put. I'm thinking about putting this in my Vader. So, uh, but I'm actually going kind of back and forth between this and another different hilt. So, um, I'll kind of figure it out as I go along. I'm working on three at the same time. So I'm working back on the memory saber, then I'm working on the F-16, and then I'm also working on another little hilt before I really start working on my dad's, memory saber. So, but I actually started working on my dad's memory saber just a little bit as well. Um, and haven't really done much to it, but just kind of looked at it and started kind of messing with the little screws and kind of sanding them down a little bit. I got a long way to go for the screws because they kind of bite into the chassis a little bit, so I need to really knock them down a little bit, and because that's what Rich had sent me a video for to let me know the kind of things that I need to do for the hilt. So um, a little bit at a time, but nonetheless, the way I was gonna do the chassis for my dad's Saber, and I really upgraded my dad's Saber when Rich, said that he was gonna help me out with the chassis, and man, I tell you, I couldn't be happier with Rich's work as well, man. Cause so Rich, if you're watching this later on, man, thank you so much. And that crystal chamber looks sick, dude. Really sick. So cheers to you, bro. Cheers to you, dude. So yeah, man. So really cool upgrades. And so like I said, if anybody's watched like Rob Petkel, the way he did chassis and so forth, I mean, absolutely phenomenal videos, right? Really phenomenal videos. But from that type of chassis setup to the 3D printed setup, 3D printed chassis setup that we have now, it's unbelievable how far we've come, right? It's just unbelievable how far things have progressed. And if you look, even with Benji from Nerf Herder and Jeremy from Solos, just and you start seeing their chassis now and how they're coming out. It's like what? And even KR Sabers, his chassis with from the Goth 3D stuff. It's like, oh my God, there's just like it's all porn, right? Saber porn. Jeez. I mean, it's all eye candy, dude. And you got the blinkies that go in there. Now there's a serious upgrade right there too. You can have a standard chassis with just plain Jane stuff and nothing in there. Yeah, let's see. Titans is etching and chassis design is killer right now. Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. Tim from Terrifying Orbital is a chassis king. Yes, right? Well, and Tim, he joined Smugglers now. So he's part of the Smugglers group. And oh my gosh, these guys just are killing it, dude. But with their chassis and how they're designing chassis, I hope one day I'll be able to design a cool chassis. I want to learn Fusion 360 so that I can actually one day, make a chassis and see how it comes out. But for right now, because I have a design in mind, but I can't draw for shit, man. So I don't know how I would ever come up with a chassis design because I can't even draw for the hoot. So, if you took like little parts from each one of solos and tier fun and kind of mash it up a little bit with what I had in mind, Yeah, it looked kind of cool, right? It'd be kind of cool, but the design that I have in mind, I don't know if it would be any good, if it any be worth it, worth any look at or not. But that's okay. Um, I want to get proficient in quite a few things before I even come close to attempting something like that. So, but for now, I mean, I've got a lot of help with you guys that know how to do chassis and so forth, so I can get help in that department, right? So when it comes time that I need a chassis and I know where to go, right, Cindy? And also, sorry guys, I can go to Cindy, I can go to Rich. I mean, I can go to quite a few people, man. So I know who to ask for chassis, and so I'm not worried in that department right now. Not for a long time. So um, I don't know if you guys are noticing, but I don't know if anybody's actually gotten one or not. I think Cindy, I sent Cindy one up, and in so here is just a small look at my crystal holders right here, and these right here, I can, if you want, I can polish them, and if you like that dirty look, of course, Star Wars is dirty look, right? But yeah, man, for a crystal holder right here, you can take it apart, and each one part like this. These actually are from cut bullets, right? So these are hand sanded, and and hand sanded, so that way, and of course, I get on the inside here. This one isn't finished just quite yet, so I still need to kind of get in the inside there and get all the sharp edges out and so forth. But yeah, man. I think these are kind of pretty rocking right here. Who can say that they actually have a cut bullet casing for a crystal holder? Only in Texas, right? No, but I'll be getting some of these together pretty soon, cutting some more up. They are a bitch to cut though sometimes, and I cut them on different sizes, and I select different ways to do them because if you think about it, space junk, space junk, right, is not perfect. So henceforth, my especially for my clamp cards, right? So I'll show you one that I just finished up right. This weekend I just finished this one up right here. So this one came out pretty cool, man. And these are for the TCSS, uh, I believe the low profile clamp, uh, low profiles holders. So let me show you right here. So that's what that one looks like, just like that. You can see it's the low profile box, right? And I got it like that, just like that. Not too bad. And then I did it like this so that if you wanted some lights through here, you can do the shine through like that. So that was a lot of fun. I intend to make quite a few of these right here. I ordered some boards to where I can go ahead and cut those out when I have time. Right now, it's just real tight schedule for a lot of things. But hopefully this next weekend I'll be able to cut a few up and sand them down and so forth and everything, and eventually get some to send out and hopefully get those sended out. But not only do I have the green ones, but I've actually also acquired I've actually acquired some copper ones. So yeah, some copper ones. I can cut the copper ones out and so forth as well. Yeah, those would be a nice, upgrade in addition to, your clamp cards, or even have, the clamp cards on standby, so you can change those clamp cards out anytime you want to, right? Um, so those will be out. Hopefully I can do some a good little run and see how those are going to work out. I actually need to change up how I have it on. I think it was the Saber or something. I had put them up for sale somewhere, and I need to change. I need to change that up because the options that I have, I think I should do either one, two, three, or ABC, and then have everybody pick it like that and go for it. Have them pick it out so that they know exactly what they want, and that'll be a little bit easier for them to kind of order and so forth. Um, yeah, since he ordered a couple of them from me, and man, they look great on his Saber too. As a matter of fact, one of the clamp cards that I've done, Space Windu actually had one on his contest winner Saber that he had did in uh, with the ancient Graflex, and it looks great on there. So, yeah, guys, I mean, Saber upgrades is phenomenally becoming popular, and even more so now. So again, the etching is a phenomenal upgrade. The Saber, upgrading your board, a phenomenal upgrade. Even just the little things that upgrade your Saber to how you want them, right? One of them is going on the scrap flex as well. Oh, cool, Cinzy, dude. You gotta send me a pic when you get it on there, dude. Um, I've been thinking real hard about a scrap flex too, because I've been seeing some really great scrap flexes come out, dude. So eventually, I think I'll have to get a scrap flex, and eventually, because money's so tight, but eventually I will acquire one. Uh, and it's just a matter of getting these things straightened out and so forth. But yeah, the any those upgrades are so phenomenal. It's crazy to see how you can have a plain Jane, you know, simple saber, and then it goes from weathering in a leather wrap to a phenomenal looking saber. I mean, you've got that customization that makes it look that much better, and even changing out your buttons, right? So now you got your that's an even upgrade right there. Let's say you even have your buttons that don't even do nothing. There's no blinkies. They're just plain Jane. Hey, you turn it on, you turn it off, and that's it, right? Now, and of course, you have your choice of the buttons, and the buttons have come a long way as well because now you got the LEDs inside the buttons, so it's great customization and great upgrade to your Saber. So now you got a little bit of blinky in the button, whereas let's say you didn't have any blinkies before, so now you put on a few little blinkies with the buttons. Like BK goes, ooh, leather wraps, DEFCON Bird on eBay has such a good selection. Yes, I agree, BK. I agree. And I was like, eventually I'll have, eventually I get to see all these different upgrades, all these different variants of different things, the different variant of sabers, and it's funny because you see all these different versions of the same saber from different companies, and you're like, yeah. Then you go like, dude, I gotta have one. So that's right. You gotta have one. I mean, that's another thing. There's just certain things you just go like, I better not wait because if I wait, then I'm not gonna have it. And that follows true, right? Like you got your money set, you're ready to go, and okay, you gotta go take a leak, and there goes the sale, the run, whatever. You missed out on it, right? Um, and then you gotta wait for if they have another set coming out, or maybe later on down the road you can get it secondhand, so forth, right? You got to wait on that. I'm like, oh, dude, I missed out on a couple of things, man. Because hey, R2 here, I love R2, but I had a chance to get the R2D2 with the remote control, and and for a really good price. Like I think it was like 30 or $40. And my dumbass waited, right? I waited to go and get it, and next, a month later, they were sold out of it, and then I couldn't find it anywhere. 3 months, 4 months go by, couldn't find it anywhere. Looked online, 100, 200. Oh, I'm like, no, dude, it was just $40, like right there. I'm all like, man. So eventually, I'm going to sh- don't R2's like eyeballing me right now. Like, you gonna upgrade me? R2, would you like an upgrade? Oh, R2 is funny. He's wanting an upgrade too, so I shouldn't have said anything, right? So eventually, I may turn R2 from a plush to full on plastic and see how that goes. So I might be upgrading R2 one of these days if I can find him, and without being so, pocket empty. But he's excited for an upgrade, right? And but how many of you guys also how many of you guys had the time constraints in as far as like wanting to upgrade your stuff, and then let's say, shit happens, right? Shit happens. So you're about ready to get your extra piece and so forth, and then you're like, oh shit, here goes. Bills come up, something happens where you're like, damn, I gotta wait. Happens that way all the time, right? Happens all the way. All the time. And it's like for me, shit, that's the normal, man. So I'm like, my attitude now is like, fuck it. I'll get it when I get it, when it comes around. If I don't, I'll find something, try to get close to it, right? That's my customization. Yeah, this is an expensive hobby. Yes, it is, my friend. Yes, it is. Oh my God, it is. And well, see, before I started doing this, um, I wanted to collect. I'm a very big sword collector, sword and knife collector, right? That's one of my. I like to collect swords and knives, and I've had some really great finds, really cool sabers, really cool swords that my father-in-law has given me. I've had some really cool. Uh, I have had some really cool stuff, throughout my life, and been blessed with so many cool stuff. Um, but with lightsaber, with sabers, custom sabers at that, and again, I have to thank, space, and of course, all the guys that, Shamim and so forth, all these guys that did custom sabers, on YouTube, that put me on the path. I have to give kudos and thanks to them, because without these guys, um, I probably would have never done the memory saber for my friend. And, doing so, that immortalized my friend. But at the same time, it keeps growing my need for swords and sabers and knives and so forth, right? Because to me, the sabers, custom sabers, is an extension of my hobby already of collecting swords. I mean, I've got katanas, I've got ninja swords, I've got stars. I mean, I collect weaponry, really. And sabers is just another form of weaponry, right? They are the weapon of the Jedi. So I'm really continuing my hobby. Is just shifted to this part of the hobby. And I tell you what, though, I mean, it's really awesome. I love the shit, and it's so relaxing. Now, tell me, guys, does it sometimes when you're working on wires and you're listening to music in the background, or even Star Wars in the background, um, Does it kind of relax you guys? I mean, because to me, it is very relaxing working on some of this wire work. Really, it's not. See, sometimes the frustrating part is not being able to figure out what you're doing wrong. It's the fact that you're doing something that you know you're doing. You know you're doing something, but you can't figure out what you're doing wrong. Right? That's a little bit of the frustrating part. But the rest of it is like when I'm soldering the wires, when I'm running it, and then I'm getting ready to fix and to play with it. And it's like, oh, dude, it is so relaxing. Yes, super therapeutic. Exactly, Cincy. Exactly, man. It is super therapeutic. And like I said, I can't thank God and Space and all these guys, and even meeting you guys, Titan, BK, Cinzy, all of you guys. This is my therapy as well. Of course, I deal with special needs people, all day long. And, after a long day of screaming, hit, biting, all that good stuff, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun though. My guys are funny when they want to be funny. Um, but after a long day of doing that, coming in here and working on some of these wires and running the wires and soldering. I think the most fun part of for the wires for me is just soldering them. That to me is like super fun. Is soldering these wires together. And and even Meg too, man, Tom. I have to get thank Tom as well because without some of his vids out there and Rob Petco, Tom, I mean, geez, just watching some of these videos and helping understand certain things of the hobby. Yeah, man, it to me, okay, and I don't know how you guys feel, but to me, one of the greatest upgrades to Sabers is watching these guys work, watching these guys put videos on too, because um you have avenues to help you, right? You have avenues. My soldier work is caca poo. I suck at it. I need magnifying glasses. See, BK, yeah, my work isn't all that great, but hey, I'm not well like this memory saber. I'm not working with a too much of a chassis because the chassis is great. Don't get me wrong. Um, Albert did a freaking fantastic job for the what I needed, right? But the design on my part was pretty poor, because I was trying to run while I should have been crawling, but that's just the way I am sometimes. The way I do things is way backwards, man. I start running 100 miles an hour before I can crawl, and I'll get 100 miles an hour and I'll fall, roll. I'll just be rolling on the ground on my ass and getting all scratched up because I should have been crawling and worked my way up to a big ass run, right? Big ass marathon. But hey, that's just me. Albert has done a few of my hilts and he's done great work. Yeah, man, he's done fantastic work. He's actually, you know, I've actually asked him and emailed him a couple of times for certain things when I had questions, and Albert was graciously available to help me. So, Albert, if you watch this later on, man, thank you for everything that you've helped me with, man. And especially, getting the F-16 stuff, and he, of course, I got the F-16 chassis from him. So, I'm working on that. Like I said, right now I'm not even nowhere close to getting there done, but hey, I got the speaker in, I got these wires running right here. I've got the negative wire run in. I need to get the positive in there and get a few other things going, but hey, it is what it is. When you've got time, you got time. When you don't, and when you're just a little, stripped on time, there you go. Well, you know what I mean? We all got different things to do. I mean, of course, you got your regular job, and then you got, your home life, and then you got, Saber time. You got to make time, right? Got to make time, guys, because if you don't make time, you can't get your stuff done. And and I'm wanting to build my portfolio because eventually I'd like to, have a little shop myself. Eventually, one of these days. That would be such a cool thing to acquire in my life. Would be doing this for, something to have a little backup, when I get a little bit older to back up on, and be fun doing this, right? It'd be a lot of fun doing this. It'd be my Saber upgrade to have my own little Saber shop. That'd be kind of cool. We call it Mundo's Saber World. Maybe, if I don't know. I mean, you tell me. You guys help me out. What should I call it? Mundo Sabers, Saber Mundo, Saber the moment. Like Space says, Saber the moment, right, guys? So we got to saber the moment, saber the upgrades, saber the upgrades, because that is a great moment. If you have a slow board and you upgrade it to a new board, it's a whole new world, right? You got all new, like, I mean, in the upgrades that we have now as well. You know, with the old boards, you didn't have the smooth swing. I mean, you swung it around and you had to swing it pretty hard in order to get some good sounds out of it. And then, as the years went by, the upgrades came so phenomenally badass, um, in terms of software, in terms of everything. JJ, what up, dude? What up, man? Good to see you here, dude. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by, man. So, um, so to me, that's one of the biggest upgrades as well. Is that the smooth swing fonts, all of the fonts that have come such a long way from what they were to now, and having that smooth swing where you swing that saber around and it follows every movement, man. You get it right on. Now, another upgrade that we have are the blade styles. Before we had, just a solid color, nothing more than just a solid color up and down, and that's it. And look what we have now. Now we have all kinds of crazy blade styles, all kinds of crazy colors, all kinds of just blinkies. I mean, oh my God. The, you know, the upgrades have been like out of this world, dude. And to see all these upgrades, that's another thing, man. I am I am so blessed to be around long enough to see that we're actually heading to what the real, you know, we're almost starting what Star Wars really was. I mean, we're getting there to the real Star Wars almost. You know, by the time you know it, we'll actually have laser guns. We'll actually have lightsabers. We'll actually have all of that. Um, shit, we may even have like the Star Trek ships. We may end up having ships like Star Wars. Jeez, can you imagine somebody building a ship like Star Wars and actually flying the damn thing? Jeez, I mean, that'd be such a badass thing. I hope I live long enough to see that shit. I hope I'm like 90 years old and get to ride in one of them fuckers. May not happen, but it'd be nice as hell, right? It'd be nice as hell. Oh man. So anyway, um let's see. Felicia, you still with us, Mama? You still around? I know you're working, so she's probably doing a round right now, and then she'll come back to us here in just a little bit. So, um, but yeah, man, all these upgrades is, it benefits everybody as well because for those who really haven't got into the hobby, and and you know, Cal, KR Sabers, right? He wants everybody, he wants to see, the community grow bigger. He wants people to get involved with lightsabers, and one of the reasons that he made his board, the Verso board, was so that, people coming into the hobby had a little bit easier time wiring something up and getting started with it and build from that, which is a great concept. And not only is it a great concept, but it's a great upgrade to, to the Saber community as well, because, you need a foundation to build a building, and building that foundation being brings bigger buildings, bigger things. And if you build a foundation with one building, then by the time you know it, you have two buildings. Then by the time two buildings come around, you have more foundation being poured into three or four buildings. By the time you know it, you've got a whole town built. So from the whole town being built, then you've got a community being built. So we're building each community, we're building the foundations of what we love to do, right? So that becomes your upgrade right there. Your upgrade to your Saber community, your upgrade to your Sabers, your upgrade to your friendships. You're upgrading pretty much everything in your life. And to make things great, not don't even go there with, with make America great crap. No. America's always has always and always will be great without, those kind of people. What's really great is the friendships that you have, and especially the friends that you can reach out to. The friend, y- all the people in the Saber community that, have that are really cool that you can call upon and say, "Hey, dude, you know what? This is what I'm doing. This is what's going on. This is what I think can happen." And then you got your friend that goes, "Hey, no, wait a minute, dude. Try it this way. I think it'll work." And you try it and it goes, and there you go. That's what I'm talking about. That is the upgrade in life right there, is to have people in your corner like that. Of course, I want more sabers, but I also love Halloween Mask, which has now evolved into hunting for a helmet. Hi, Felicia Mommy. Yep. I know I have seen some badass helmets and people printing helmets. Like, oh my God, I have to have at least one, right? And okay, so you guys, suggestions, what kind of helmet would go good up in here somewhere? Because that I think would be a great, great upgrade to this area up here. Yeah. Uh, that's going to be a great saber upgrade. Now you can't upgrade the sabers with helmets. Well, I mean you could, because what if you could hide your hilt inside the helmet, right? So R2 was hiding Luke's saber, right, inside. So what if you had a compartment in the back of the helmet that could hold the saber, right? Dude, that would be kind of badass, right? The giant spaceball Vader. Since Dark helmet, yeah. That would be funny, dude. Dude, that would be funny, man. Oh, that's a great idea, by the way, dude. That's a great idea. Speaking of helmets, I see Tony at Ronin Sabers makes Mando helmets. I've got to get one. But yeah, they seem really cool. Yeah, dude, right? Ronin Sabers. That's another dude I've been seeing a lot lately, and he does some pretty damn good stuff. I have to give him credit for, and he is so smooth in his talk. He is so smooth in his, in his And he shows, man. I admire the dude, man. I mean, he does pretty damn good job, really. You could hit a microwave in that. You can't hide a microwave in that thing. That's too funny. Oh, that is funny, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you can hide a microwave in that thing. One of my favorite my favorite part of the whole movie, though, Cindy, is when they're going ludicrous speed, right? And he's all, "Stop! I order you!" And he ends up, they hit the brakes on there, and he just goes flying across that ship and just nails the shit out of the control panel, right? He nails that control panel. Gets up. They ask him if he's all right. He says, "Yeah. Anybody want to smoke? Smoke if you got him." And then he falls down. I was laughing at that for hours, man. That scene right there, dude. Uh, it was just that's my favorite part of the whole movie. Well, one of the most favorite parts of the whole movie, man. But that whole movie is classic, man. It's great. Love it. Love it. Yeah, man. As a matter of fact, I think I ought to watch that pretty soon because I ain't seen it in probably months, man. But yeah, I watch that one religiously too sometimes. Lou, need to rewatch it. It's been too long. Yeah, yeah. Hey, dude, man, I wish we could have a watch party on that thing, man, but we'd probably get hit up for copyright and all that stuff. So, Cynthia, you know what we ought to do, man? It's like, hey, I'm gonna watch this tonight. All right, here we go. We watch it together. We'll watch it together at the same time. Right? I'll hit you up on a on a on the text. Hey, it's getting on. It's getting on. Get your drink and let's watch it. We'll be watching it together, dude. That'd be cool, man. That'd be cool. Really cool, dude. Loving it. So I goes, guys. I hope you guys had a good time tonight. I had a great time. Yeah, the old one, 3, 2, 1, hit play. I had so much fun tonight, guys. I really appreciate y'all coming by. Um, Titan and everybody, Felicia, BK, Cinzy, Rudy, Marina, Space. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Um, I had a great time, and I really enjoyed, talking with you guys all the time. I thank you guys so much. Chet, hey, you know what? I'm gonna stay a little bit longer. Chet showed up. I'll stay a little bit longer. No worries. No worries. Chet, what up? How you doing, man? How you doing? Doing all right tonight? I mean, I don't know how much of the show you caught, man, but we were talking about Saber upgrades. Do you have any? You have any doing right now? We're gonna get some late. No, well, you're not too late, bro. I mean, I don't mind staying on late. I was gonna close the show out, but you know what? You showed up. It don't matter, dude. If you show up, I'm gonna stay on a little bit longer, man. It's all good, bro. All good. Yeah, man, I'm doing great. How about yourself? You're doing good? Yeah, good. So what we were talking tonight, Chet, is Saber upgrades, right? So you have any sabers? Do you have any old sabers you're gonna upgrade? What kind of sabers do you have that you're gonna upgrade? Are you gonna change out like maybe the speakers, maybe the soundboard, maybe your blades? You're gonna change out your blades. So that those are the things that we were talking about tonight is upgrades to your saber, and you have the different kinds of customization, right? So the discussion is going as what would you upgrade? What are your upgrades going to look like? Well, what are you doing for upgrades at the moment? Do you have any upgrades you're doing? Or are you not have you already upgraded some of your sabers and and you're at where you're at right now as far as content with your sabers? And Oh sure, I've already done upgraded my old igniter boards to Profi. Ah, okay. See, there you go, Chet. That's what I'm looking for, right? So, igniter boards to Profi boards. So there you go. So there's an upgrade right there. So now we got, the soundboard upgrade right here. You got igniter back to and now to Profi. So yeah, man. We had a good time, and we were talking about like any other upgrades besides the soundboards. Have you done, let's say maybe some new paint jobs to one of your old Sabers, maybe a leather wrap instead of having the cover tech wheel in there. You took off the cover tech wheel, wrapped it, or maybe did some other stuff to your Sabers in terms of upgrades, right? And of course, one of the biggest upgrades we were talking about earlier too was the fact that you got the software upgrades. I mean, the software upgrade is continuously coming in so fast that it's hard to keep up with, right? I still have some older Profi and Hilt LED pixels that I need to do. Oh, cool. Yeah, man. See? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. And like for me right now, one of my biggest upgrade is just the um it's just a speaker, man. I ordered some speakers off Amazon because I have some little rinky dink speakers, right? So here's just my tester speaker. So that's a big ass motherfucker right here. Um But yeah, dude, I ordered some speakers from Amazon, and I'm gonna order one from Smugglers, and I'm gonna, compare those, and I'm sure Smugglers is gonna beat the shit out of these. So, Smugglers is gonna end up going probably into my memory hilt, if not, it'll go into my dad's memory hilt up here. So that's gonna be, pretty badass in itself. I'll probably see which one I decide to do with the how. I just may have to break down and buy two speakers from Smugglers. I want my sabers loud as hell because I want people to turn their heads when they hear that swing, hear that hum and all that good stuff. The SO speakers are worth it. Yeah, I believe it, Cinzy. I was really looking hard into those, and I'm like, yeah, I was really looking hard into those. So and I love the video that Albert did where he was comparing a bunch of different speakers and that his came out so much better, right? And I mean he had that whatever that little gizmo was to measure the decibels and all that stuff. So you could tell the quality of those speakers when he did that test. And that was just amazing. And I'm glad he did that though, because a lot of people, uh, a little, a lot of people don't do research in terms of getting some stuff, and I think they're doing themselves a disservice in not researching some parts or whatever they're going after, and especially their choice of hilts, their choice of company of hilts, hilt companies and so forth, and one of the biggest things was if Lando Sabers, he did such an excellent job at uh at his research for saber companies on who to go to and who not to go to, and different font makers as well and all that good stuff, right? So you have choices to make, but a lot of people, and I find that a lot of people don't do the research that they should in terms of they want this kind of hilt to do all this stuff, but they're not. Well, TK, sup, dude? Sup, TK? TK in the house? TK in the house? Man, I really wish I could get on the on my laptop, dude, so I can do your intro. I'm on the phone, man. So the show's been doing pretty clear and pretty decent on the phone. So I'm gonna stick with this for a little while until I can get a new laptop. And um, I asked some laptop guys about my laptop, and they said, "Yeah, your laptop is a little outdated. And even if I did do some more upgrades, I did upgrades, but even with the upgrades, the processor is so too slow for it. So, yeah, man. Eventually, I'll get a good laptop with the faster processor, and it should kind of get this quality, of show, and I'll be able to access all of the stuff that Space does during the show. So, um, look for that. Hopefully, as soon as I can get one, I can do the show like that, and that'll be so much fun, man. Right now, if I kind of do that, if I try to work that on my phone, I'm just gonna screw it all up, and I'm not wanting to do that. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying, right, TK? It sounds clear right now because I'm on my cell, man, and I don't want to screw things up. So, I don't want to screw things up too bad on the show. So, eventually, though, I'll get a laptop that runs pretty smooth, and it should take care of everything. I can do a lot of things that space does, and we'll make it even more fun, right? We'll make it even more fun. But for right now, I got R2, my co-pilot. So, hey, TK showed up and Chet showed up. What do you think? Uh, yeah. Well, they came to see you too, not just me. They are. Yes. Yeah. No. Absolutely not. All right. Man, he wanted R2 was like he was excited that you guys showed up. He wanted me to get him a can of oil right now. I'm all like, "No, hell no. I have to go a mile away to get you a can of oil." He runs on special oil, you know that, right? Of course, maybe I fill this up with oil one day and give him some that kind of special oil, corn oil. Too funny, too funny. No, man. I love my co-pilot. R2 is the best, dude. Oh, guys, so oh man. Hey, so TK, we were discussing tonight on Saber upgrades, dude. So that was tonight's discussion is Saber upgrades. And you know, we're one of the I was saying that there's so many customizations, like Felicia said, that you can upgrade your sabers. You upgrade your soundboard, right? You upgrade your soundboard, you upgrade maybe your colors on the saber. You get a new paint job, whatever, on the saber, or let's say you change your body, you change your hilt body. So there's so much upgrades that you can do from what you've already had to make it new. And one of the customizations is that's getting really, really on fire right now is the etching, right? So etching is a great, great upgrade to your saber. Um, and especially, so on top of a new paint job, with the etching and maybe even a leather wrap or whatever have you will. Or if you've got an old saber, you upgrade your old saber into you give it some new life. Let's say you want to go ahead and weather that saber a little bit. It wasn't weathered or anything. It was just old, right? So you weather it up, you put some blinky lights, you do this, you do that, you really customize it, turn it into something new. And that is your upgrade, right? So there's so many different things that you can upgrade your sabers with, so many choices. How do you even determine what you want to do first? The determination of what you want to do first, the determination of what you can afford to do first as well. right? Because this hobby is so expensive. So let's say you want to customize. Okay, let's take it a little bit small, right, TK and um, chat. We'll take it a little slow here. So, like, you um, let's say you have a D ring on there, right? And you're like, yeah, I'm getting a little tired of the ding ring. It's hanging, it's swinging, hitting my leg. I don't want to do that anymore. So what do? You're gonna put a cover tech wheel on there. You take off the D ring, you put a cover tech wheel, and what happens? Well, it's a little better, right? Or it might be a lot better. It depends, right? How you feel about it, because everybody's different and everybody does their things differently. So then you go ahead and you have, like me, one of these days I want to acquire a Saber holster. I want to hang it like Han Solo had his blaster, right? He had that holster for the blaster. You see people with blaster holsters. I want a Saber holster where you can just strap it to your leg, put it on your leg, and walk around like that with it. You know, strap it on there. It's not gonna hit my leg anywhere. It's not gonna be swinging anywhere. It's gonna be straight in that holster. I'm gonna be able to pull it up and pop in the blade and let's go to town, right? Internally, yeah, man, it doesn't matter, dude. TK, it doesn't matter. Internally, externally, there are so many customizations and upgrades that you can do. That's what the discussion is tonight. I mean, what do you have planned in terms of upgrading some Sabers? Have you upgraded any of your old soundboards to new soundboards? Have you upgraded your Saber body to a different part of Saber body, or um let's say, like I said, you could have a rib section. Let's say you take out the rib section and you want just that solid body, right? That solid part instead of ribs on your section. So, that those are the kind of upgrades that I'm talking about. Um, you switch things around where it can either totally change the whole outlook on it, or it can totally change up the internal, which is the sounds of it, or even the chassis. So, like one of the biggest things and the greatest things is the chassis setup has come such a long way from you utilizing the threaded rods to 3D printed chassis, right? I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of fond of the threaded rod part stuff, and I'm still trying to tinker with some of the threaded rod type chassis stuff. Um, but I've come to really love. Uh, See, made it metallic. There you go. Right? Um, yeah, man. Turning PVC into looking like metallic. Um, Stuff like that. Maybe. You know, that's another thing, right? You can the spray paint, spray jobs, whatever. Um, so many things that you can do to customize things on the hilt itself or internally the hilt itself. And we are talking earlier as well for Benji and Jeremy and even Tim at Tier Fun, who has joined Smuggler's Outpost now. These guys, the 3D printed chassis that they have is just unbelievably out of this world. I mean, Jesus, like I can't fathom how good they've come out looking. I mean, it is just unreal. I look at things like blade plugs and glass eyes, palms. Yeah, you see, Felicia, stuff like that. All of that stuff is good. And just putting one of those, right? Just putting one of those things on a Saber is a Saber upgrade. I mean, if you get a Saber a certain way and you upgrade it. So like I was saying, take my Evo Flex for instance, right? Now, this thing is not working right now. So one of the thing is I want to get a chassis made for this thing I want to put a CFX in here. And and Smugglers has a kind of cool one. Um, but I want to explore my options as well, right? Um, However, the customization that I've seen with Jeremy and Albert doing these even flexes, upgrading these sabers, oh my God, it's a gorgeous upgrade to the way they've done things, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. So, of course, like I said, internally, externally, it doesn't matter. Any little thing that you can do to upgrade, customize. Yeah, I mean, all customization is, you can really roughly consider it customization, right? Yeah. So, um, upgrading your saber, I mean, really brings more life to the saber, especially if it's an old saber. I mean, look at the Vader, right? Vader's saber is pretty old in terms of design, and he's had a couple of upgrade designs to his hilt here and there, right? Prime example. He went from that big old clunky thing to a little bit, not so big clunky type saber, to a really kind of cool looking, robotic type saber, with the front of the hilt and so forth. The different versions of it. So it was, considered an upgrade, right? Vader had an upgraded saber at a time. And that's where he would be in terms of customization, in terms of upgrading. You know, Vader never upgraded. Well, he couldn't, right? Vader could never really upgrade his suit because Emperor wouldn't allow it. Emperor wouldn't really allow him to upgrade himself because he knew that Vader could actually overtake him if he did get an upgrade. So even if he upgraded his saber, he still would never be able to defeat the Emperor without the upgrades in his body. So yeah, poor Vader Anakin. So again, so Chet, do you have any plans to increase your customizations to increase your upgrades to your sabers? Not just internally, but externally, or are you pretty content with what you have in terms of your sabers at the moment? I mean, the customization and upgrades in software, it just comes so fast. I know it's so hard to keep up with all the upgrades in the software. This is like, geez, by the time you download one, you got like three coming up already, right? So it's like, oh, damn it, I just downloaded this one. Now you got three new ones coming out. And then you got to, yeah, man. So, for me, I'm like, I'm lost when it comes to some of that stuff because I'm not in such a hurry to get to the latest and greatest, software upgrade because it's like, man, I can't even keep up with one Saber right now. I'm working on three at one time. Can't keep up. So what time is it? Let's see here. Let me see. Oh my gosh, it's 11 o'clock here already. 11 p.m. my time, guys. Wow. Dude, 11. Wow. Wow. Let's see. What is it? That is insane, right? Sure, I actually had plans to kind of scrap an F6. You're gonna scrap an F-16? Really? Wow. Dude, that's gonna be interesting to scrap an F-16. Whoa. See, and I'm working on an F-16 right now, right? So I'm gonna get a second F-16, and these are gonna be my Mortal Kombat sabers, right? So the black and gold is going to be Scorpion, and then the blue and black is going to be Sub-Zeros, right? But what I want to do is actually want to get a little bit of kind of ice painted, ice painted on that one so that it represents Sub-Zero pretty well. Yeah, the jet fighter one, TK. Yeah, yeah, man. Let me get the hilt a little bit. I'm gonna get out of the picture here for a second, guys. So I apologize, but yeah, man. So yeah, right now it's it's hollow right now. So um, I've actually, as far as I've gotten on it, TK, I've got the speaker on there. I've got the negative wired up, and I've got the speakers wired up. So my next, deal is to get the positive pin wired up and put the positive on there, get it wired in. But I'm like, I'll get that later. So that's about as much as I've done right now so far. Hold on, guys, just a second here. So yeah, guys, sorry, the daughter was just talking to me right now. Sorry, I'm confused. What do you mean confused, buddy? What do you mean confused about what? Let's see, nothing too crazy, just Dremel out a hole or something. You actually influenced me to buy a couple of F-16 stuff out there. Really, Chet? I influenced you to buy the F-16s? Yeah. That's cool though, man. That's cool. I gotta see when you're done, dude. Send me a pic or two when you're done with them, cause I want to check that out, man. I might have to buy a third one and scrap it, you know? And that'd be kind of cool though, dude. That would be kind of cool, honestly. That's a great idea, dude. See? There you go. A Saber upgrade right there, guys. You guys heard it first from Chet, man. Loving this. I'm loving this, man. I am really loving this. See? Yeah, TK, man. So the F-16s from TCSS. So if you want to look, TK, go to TCSS and look up the F-16. The hilts are kind of cool, dude. I'm digging them pretty. I mean, the way they look is awesome, dude. Um, and of course, I've got the chassis set up from Smugglers, right? And it's a really good setup, man. I just need to get it done. I've got one part that I need to order because I got to order the PCB part that goes on the hilt itself in here. So I got to get that PCB part and um, because I've got the one that goes on here, but I don't have the one that goes to the hilt side part of it, and that's the one that I need to get. I thought I had everything and I didn't, so that's bad on my part, right? So I got to order that so that I can get that F-16 done because I've got the F-16 is going to have the CFX, right? So um, I think I'm going to do a lot of CFXs and stick with the CFXs for a while. I'll show it off when it's done. Yeah, the F-16 is a pretty nice hilt. Yeah, it is. I pretty much enjoyed it. It was kind of intimidating when I first got it, when I first opened it up and looked at it. And but the design is so cool, man. I mean, they really hit the nail on the head. They went after that when they went after that F-16, it's got that F-16 look to it, and then the back is the afterburner, right? So yeah, dude, pretty slick, dude. Pretty slick, man. I'm enjoying the look of it. I am enjoying the look of it. So, and like I was saying earlier, right, the Evo Flex here going to eventually pull all of this out and get that new chassis for. Well, I don't know. I wonder if I can actually utilize part of this chassis. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. Because I'm kind of liking this part of the chassis right here. So something like this, but then the rest of it will go up in here, and I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Nonetheless, though, it's pretty cool, man. I mean, I like the hilt itself. So I don't know. Tell me, has anybody? And I was thinking, I might. I don't know if I can, if I have the balls enough to do it or not. But you see these right here, and I think somebody has, where they got a little Dremel in there, and they cut out these so that they can have the shine through right here. So I think that would be actually a great idea for an upgrade to this saber right here. You know, but I wouldn't want to kind of screw it up, man. I'd be kind of scared to do that kind of shit. So I guess what I would have to do kind of is to um probably go through the gills right here, you know, with a little bit of a Sharpie or something, make the outline, and then take this whole piece off right here and then Dremel that out and see how that kind of turns out, right? See how that would kind of turn out. I think that would be kind of cool though. I mean, to have those both of those gills on each side right here, dremeled out for the shine through. I mean, they kind of that would kind of be kind of cool. And yeah, that would be an awesome upgrade to this saber hilt. Let's see. Yeah, F-16 fighter military airplane was confused. What I thought so too. Yeah, yeah, it's based on the jet fighter. It is based on the jet fighter, and but it's a cool hilt, man. It's a cool hilt. Well, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and kind of shut her down, man. Wow, oh my God, guys, an hour and 47 minutes. I am so glad you guys stuck with me tonight, man. And I really appreciate everybody stopping by. You know, it really means a lot to me that you guys come and you hang out here with me on Mundo Madness Mondays, you know, for Civilized Sabers. I really can't thank, you know, Space Window enough, you know, Anthony, for allowing me to continue Mundo Madness Mondays. It's so much fun for me, guys. And, you know, to have all of you here and chit chatting with me and hanging out, it really means a lot because to me, you know, this is kind of like sitting down in my garage and having you guys sitting around and we're just talking the shit, you know, having a drink and talking sabers and so forth with each other, man. And that to me is what life's really about. That is a serious upgrade to life. Is to have good friends, good sabers, good drinks, right, guys? um, so you know, uh, again, I can't thank you guys, you know, for being here with me tonight. Let's see who's let's see. Thanks for staying later tonight, Mundo. It was fun. Yeah, chat man, anytime, guys. I mean, you know, anytime. I'm always, you know, if I gotta stay a little bit later on, guys. Oh, Priestley Pictures, hey guys. I've never built a saber, but I'm about to build an MB Sabers Metal Master. Oh, a Metal Master, dude. 3.0 brass. Sorry, I was typing this when you said you were diving off. Can you, okay, BK Sabers, fun times for sure. Yeah, hey, Priestley, picture, man. Hey, yeah, dude, I'm glad you stopped by real quick, dude. You know, next time, you know, hopefully you can come on a little bit earlier with us. I'm always happy to have, you know, you guys come on too. You know, as I was explaining to these guys, you know, Saber upgrades, that was tonight's topic. So if you want to go ahead and you want to check out, what we've been talking about tonight, certainly everybody's welcome to kind of chime in and uh, pop in some words and stuff, after the show and everything like that too. And I'll do my best to respond back, and so, uh, let's see. Have a strong hold when you for that when you that thing. Yeah, dude. TK. And as I was saying Priestley, like I said, tonight's comments and topics and stuff like that. If you want to go back and chime in on what was said earlier and so forth, man. Appreciate it. And for stopping by, dude, I certainly appreciate it. It means a lot. Um, and again, I can't say that enough, dude, because I want to build this channel. I want to build, Mundo Madness Mondays. You can also check me out on my channel at Mundo Cabrera 7007. Okay. If you like, man, you can like and subscribe, and if you don't, hey, that's cool, man. It's all good, dude. I have no worries. This to me is a whole lot of fun, and I just want to bring people in, put a smile on people's faces, have a little fun, shoot the shit, talk about Star Wars, talk about sabers, and anything kind of related, right? BK Mundo for president. Oh, I don't think I could do any worse than these guys already. These other yahoos, right? I probably screw things up, but hey, not as bad as they would. I mean, I probably wouldn't have all the paperwork in my house that they do, but I'd be burning it all. Burn everything, damn it. Oh shit. So yeah, guys, again, man, I can't thank you guys enough. I'm gonna shut her down, and I'm gonna have a get working on the Saber a little bit here. Eventually, what I want to do, because I don't have an extra camera or anything, and that's another thing that I want to do. And I keep rambling. My bad. I'm almost at 2 hours here. Jesus. I mean, how can y'all listen to me for 2 hours? No, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. No, I love you guys so much, man. Like I said, I appreciate it. So eventually, what I'd like to do is get another camera so that I can have a camera set up where y'all can see, and I could probably do a little bit of work while I'm talking to you guys at the same time, right? Maybe a little bit of wiring, maybe a little bit of soldering, and so that way I can kind of work and do and talk to y'all at the same time. Um, Jeremy from Smothers, man, I don't know how he does it, but he really he's got a smooth show, man. I mean, he works all the way through that chassis stuff, and Jesus, yeah, Mundo and R2, yeah, that's right, Mundo and R2. So, for Civilized Sabers and Space Window, Anthony, um, I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. And let's see here. Mundo is going to be in the house next Monday. Mundo Madness Mondays. Oh, but before I go, guys, I wanted to let guys know. I've got plans for BK Sabers to be a guest here. I'll get with him, get your email, dude, and we'll get a time set up. I'll see if maybe I can get home a little bit earlier, and we'll set the show up a little bit earlier so we can have some more guests come in, either come in or more people to chime in. So until then, guys, Mundo out! Peace! And three, two, one, it didn't go!
In
Oh
here, we pour whiskey.